Hello and welcome to Racers Now for the usual Thursday night show with the best tipster in town, SD, as we look forward to the action this Saturday, the 1st of November, chiefly from Wetherby. But first, we'll be going to Ascot. And yes, I can confirm early doors that the jump season is well and truly back because we've got very small fields. But more importantly, SD will be tipping the changing man. SD, how are you?
Yes, I'm good spoiler. I'm very good, sir. We'll whittle through with a very special guest on. Do stay tuned for that. Everybody loves the special guest. Is he
Right.
in the lobby?
I think SD is now 5 days on the spin of at least one winner on the daily tip. So make sure you're checking them out every morning around 8 o'clock and lunchtime as well. Lunchtime special now been going a couple of weeks on oddsnow.com, Monday to Friday. Are we starting at Ascot, SD? Good to firm in places at Ascot for a
I
seven.
think before we do, there's awful news about Tommy Jakes today. I mean, he was only 19 years old. He had his whole life ahead of him. Apprentice jockey. So very, very sad. And from my heart, I really do mean this. That I wish all his friends and family sincerest condolences. It's an awful thing. Awful thing.
Yeah, terrible news. Unfortunately, really sad news. That one on break on the Thursday afternoon ish. Right. So, in a polite manner, SD, we'll look forward to Ascot. The first race that you're looking at is the 205 handicap chase, 2 miles, 1 furlong. What's the
Yeah, it's
betting
good,
saying?
good to firm in places, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Interesting. It's interesting actually that good to firm in places. 13 runners in this. You wonder how trainers think sometimes because if you have that ground at Stratford or somewhere like that, you'll get 2 or 3
Kelso. Yeah.
Or Kelso. I maybe it's the lure. Maybe they do a lovely meal at Ascot. Who knows?
Oh, you would know, SD, because you were there on the prawn sandwich brigade, weren't you, in October?
Well, prawn sandwich. Well, yes, you were sucking cock in the weighing room.
You were spotted in the parade ring.
I was in the parade ring. Good God. Yes. Anyway, you loved that, didn't you? You waltz around like you fucking own the place as well.
I didn't even. I don't think I even left left my position of work. To be honest with you, so
where was that, sir?
I am the.
Where was that, sir?
I don't need to state. You know where it was. I don't need to state it. But yeah,
it was in the weighing room. It was in the weighing room.
Yes.
So
certainly don't overplay.
Ryan Moore's just said this.
I certainly don't overplay my position on such matters. Anyway, you were last seen in the parade ring at Ascot on their last fixture. What are you tipping in the 205?
Well, I don't think Loda Sud's very well handicapped, so I'm tempted to look elsewhere. Dearest Venetia had her first runner of the season at Fontwell last Sunday, didn't she? And didn't do very well, I'm afraid. But I'm prepared to give Martator another chance here. Won this last year off a mark of 140, now just off 141. 3 from 4 record round Ascot, tends to go well fresh, goes on decent ground. I think this will be well handicapped and should go very, very well indeed.
And in true SD fashion, do we get a double dip?
We love a double dip. We love a double dip. Absolutely love it, don't we? And Henry de Bromhead did us a good turn last week with Zurich because the rest of them were
just advertising that now. That works seamlessly.
Yes, you were like a Swiss watch there with your efficiency. You wouldn't get that joke. Special Cadeau, I think ran well enough at Roscommon, goes on quick ground. I don't think a mark of 142 is beyond him. I think the other one to just point out is Boot Hill, but he's rising 10. He's 10, he's rising 11, so maybe this will be his last season at his best level, which is actually somewhat below the best.
Okay, good. The Lavazza handicap hurdle is at 310 at Ascot on Saturday. This is over just under 2 miles.
Yes, just under 2 miles. Nice and quick. Look, I just wanted a small interest on Moveit Like Minnie. Moveit Like Minnie can run around like a bloody shopping trolley. I thought the run back where it was backed. It's got all sorts of aids on here. Move It Like Minnie is not straightforward, but it's fit. I just thought that Washington was more tuned up than Move It Like Minnie at Chepstow, and I can see Move It Like Minnie reversing the form. The handicapper did not react to Move It Like Minnie running at Chepstow, and I think today could be the day. And I think will lick Washington on £4 better terms.
Can you remember? You just said Will Lick. You won't remember SD as a one sport man when Tyson Fury famously said to Vladimir Klitschko, "I'm going to lick that clip," and it just reminded me.
Well, you're bringing the tone down. You're bringing the tone down.
Yes,
I mean, look at you there, one sport man. Blah blah blah. You've got your bloody golfing hat on, thinking you're Greg Norman.
Dartboard in the background.
Dartboard in the background.
Weekend,
and some ridiculous looking pumpkin.
So well rounded. Here's the moment you've all been waiting for, regular followers of races now. The 3:45 and the changing man is the 7-2 favourite, and SD's tipping it.
Yeah, I still think there's mileage in the mark off 142.
Did he win this race last year, SD? Or have I got that right?
No, you've got that completely wrong. As usual. Look, I think he's a horse of quality. Everyone knows what I think of this horse. I don't think a mark of 142 is anywhere near the ceiling of his ability. I think he could be running in graded races later in the year. These sorts of conditions suit very, very well. I think if he fences round well and he fancies it, he'll win.
But we also need a double dip, do we?
Well, yes. Because in case he doesn't fence round and well, and something goes wrong, I think it would be remiss of me not to tip Marble Sands, who has a pretty good record. It's not. They gave him a spin at Goodwood, and I'm not sure it's a good thing because his first time out record is very, very good indeed. He's won first time out over jumps for the last 3 seasons. He seems to me to be a better horse going right-handed. It might be a little bit hot for him, but again, I think they've trained him for this race in mind, where some of the others that isn't necessarily the case, and he could reward some each way interest.
Yep, fair enough. We're about to try and reward followers of races now by introducing to the stage, by popular demand, returning through popular demand, a man who loves cricket equally as much as horse racing, the main man, friend of the channel, friend of the family, John Hutchinson. How are you, John?
Friend of the family.
There he is.
Well, I'm not fine, but I'm here anyway.
What are you moaning about today? Car, weather?
I'm not moaning at all. I've not been so well this week, so
sorry to hear it.
You're very lucky to get me on. Yeah.
Well, we're very lucky to get you on up and down the country. Anywhere from where do we get you? Haydock, Aintree,
Perth all the way down to Brighton, if I can be bothered.
Brighton, straight, yeah.
He's at Sandown next week. Can you believe it? Friend of the channel at Sandown. His Southern fan brigade will be out in force. It'll be like Barbara Windsor coming to EastEnders if she was still alive.
If you see some of the books, it will be like Barbara Windsor. You're right.
Are you at Weatherby on Friday and Saturday, John?
I am at Weatherby Friday and Saturday, yeah.
Will you be betting on the charity race at Weatherby on Friday at approximately 11:10?
Well, I won't even be there probably for 11:10. So,
you might not be alive at 11:10 at this rate.
No. To me, charity races and pony races are wide open for, let's say, them not being particularly straight races. So
that's why SD likes him. That's why SD likes him. He was moaning money the other week when Ascot told people not to bet on the pony race. SD was up in arms.
Well, that is ridiculous, John. You can't give these directives to uncle's bookmakers. You can't bet on pony races. That's just stupid, isn't it?
They do have children in them, SD.
Well, they might do, but how old was Toby Moore?
He was 17, wasn't he?
There we go. He's not old enough to bet, but that's the basis you can't bet on pony races. It's just absolute bollocks, isn't it, John?
Well, yes. the answer to that.
Yes.
But nevertheless, it's not my cup of tea, so I won't be bothering betting on the charity race.
Right. Weatherby then, John. Their biggest jump fixture of the season. They've got ITV fields of 9, 3, 5, 6, and 10. Not the best.
No, it's disappointing to say the least. Not sure it's down to the ground. I think it's the lack of the lack of horse population, to be honest. So,
well, they put 27 mil on this week, John, at Wetherby. I mean, if it goes soft, I think questions need to be answered, don't they?
There would be questions.
The clerk of the course at Wetherby has got to make decisions in advance. So, I'd be probably questions have to be asked to a degree, but not to the degree they had to be asked at Utoxeter last year. That was absolutely farcical. So,
well, it was, yes. Yeah. Heavy watered, I think it was. Yeah. We recorded it as
heavy unraceable in places.
Right, yes. Shall we be talking about the 115 then at Wetherby on Saturday? This is a handicap chase, just under 2.5 miles. SD had a bet in this, but we're going to go to John first. Any early thoughts on this one, John? 9 runners.
He had a bet in the 215 at 115 at Wetherby.
He is about to have one. Yes.
Well, I mean, fair play then, because I couldn't find a bet in that. I thought it was wide open, to be honest.
Well,
I'd be very interested to hear SD's view on that race.
Well, it's just a value play.
I've already given it out.
It's just a value play. So I did the form and I agreed with you, John, as I usually do, because you're a very solid judge, sir. It's a wide open affair, but the betting wouldn't necessarily suggest that. You know, you're 6-4 Lightning Flash, and I'd be a layer at 6-4. I think this is a tougher race than it's been in. I thought the value was probably Pep Talking at a price. I mean, I did the form and I thought, well, this is going to be 7, 8, maybe 9. It's 16. I think it's just worth having a small bet on Pep Talking. I think it's a progressive sort. It ran perfectly well first time up at Huntingdon when he clearly needed the run. They've put Sheehan on. They haven't altered the mark for Huntingdon. If it doesn't rain, I think it doesn't rain too much and it's good ground, I think he'll go very, very well. And I don't think he's a 16 shot.
I can understand that view, yeah. My only slight nag would be, for the previous trainer, Pep Talking was a better horse right-handed. He has shown form for the current trainer left-handed, so I can see where you're coming from. But
well, you wouldn't want to lay 16, would you? You'll be there at Wetherby. You're not going to have 16 on your board.
I wouldn't make him a 16-1 shot. No, I'd make him around about a 10-1 shot, probably.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. The value has been identified by SD with the help.
I think if you can get 16-1 Pep Talking, that's a value bet, yes, because it won't be 16-1 on the day. Simple as that.
Yep. Well, 16-1 now as we record. They're the prices we use. So yeah, fire away.
And John, just on this.
It is general 12 in there, but Sky Bet Paddy Power was 16, to be fair.
John, just on this, Lightning Flash, surely you'll be a layer. You'll be there at Wetherby in the teeth of the gale and the rain, but you'll be a layer at 6-4, would you?
I would be a layer at 6-4, but I won't be a layer at 7-4 because I made the same mistake in the same race last year when Twiston Davis had a short price horse that I thought, well, this can't possibly win because he badly handicapped, slightly dubious jumper. I can't remember the name of the horse, but it did win. And so I'm a bit reluctant to do the same thing in 2 successive years. But yeah, around 6-4, the horse is a lay, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, on we go then. The 150 is this Mares Hurdle listed. We've got a fantastic field here of 3 runners. It includes the Champion Hurdle winner Golden Ace at 4-9, Cadeau, who we've seen plenty of, and Dysart Enos, who this time last year they were telling us was the best handicapped horse in the whole world. And then Julie, I don't think, won a race all season. SD?
I thought this was ripe for an upset. Okay, Golden Ace is the champion hurdler, and we shouldn't take anything away from her, but she did almost win it by default, didn't she? I think a quick 2 miles around here, especially if it doesn't rain, you would have to question her speed here. I think she she needed the run first time up last year. She's giving weight away. It's right for an upset. I wouldn't go anywhere near her at 2-1. She might win. Katira actually ran in the 3 mile race last year. May well have won. Probably the stamina would have ebbed away, but absolutely bundled her last. Surely better over further. And then we go to Dysart Enos, and you do have to go sometime back in the calendar to see when this horse has won. But she's a quick horse over 2 miles. She's getting weight. She's had a run. She's had some runs on the flat. I think there's a lot. She's not got that much to find. I think there's a lot to like about her. They put the tongue strap on, and I think she will be further forward, where the other two, I think there are legitimate doubts over. And I think 13-2 is a perfectly good price. I think she'll get backed, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot to take in there because all three of them carry different weights. They've all obviously got different official marks, but on adjusted RPRs, as SD has rightly indicated, there's not that much for Dysart Enos to really do, and she's got that run under her belt, etc. What did you make of it, John?
Well, I agree with a lot of that. Dysart Enos, my concern is there is a chance that the horse has gone at the game altogether. There is that chance, but if I was making a book on the race as it is now, I would have Katira as a big loser. Not only because she's effectively a 3 mile horse running over 2, but also some of the skeleton horses are finishing legless at the moment. Not by no means every one, but some of them are. And I would have thought that Katira would be the lay in that race. I'm not totally against Golden Ace winning this easily, but if I had to make a book, I would have Golden Ace small winner, Katira big loser, and Dysart Enos middle to big winner on the race. So I tend to agree with SD, but I'm not as anti Golden Ace as SD.
The thing with Golden Ace, right? Obviously, that champion hurdle was just chaotic, and she won that 25-1. But you've got to say that it wasn't a freak one-off performance from her, because she did, somewhat back it up at Punchestown. Obviously beat by State Man there, but somewhat backed it up and did run to a similar level there. So it wasn't just one standout freak, to be fair.
No, I would agree with that. And I also think if you're looking at best value trainers in the country, then Jeremy Scott's got to be right up there. So I don't think he's sending her to Wetherby for a day out. I would say that she's there with every chance, but I probably do, in line with SD, probably do, at these weights, probably do slightly favour Dysart Enos on the proviso that the horse hasn't gone at the game, which there is that risk.
Yeah.
I mean, the flat runs have not been, for a horse rated this highly over hurdles, have not been that good, if truth be told. So
been running at Kempton.
But I'm, if you like, 85% agreeing with SD on that race.
Very good when you agree with me, John.
Always a dangerous place to be.
Particularly when it's 85%, because I have the 15% leeway there.
I'd be 60% maximum on any subject with SD. Right, anyway, the 222 at Weatherby on Saturday has got a field of 5 in there. This is the Bet365 hurdle, so this is the grade 2 3 miles. Familiar names in here, really, or one, but Potter's Charm is kind of new to this. He was obviously novice hurdling last year, but Strong Leader, etc., is a familiar type name. I didn't really know where to start with this, to be honest with you. I had no idea.
I think Strong Leader will win.
13-8 Strong Leader.
I wouldn't back him, but I think he'll win.
I mean, I would have thought the way to look at this race is don't ask a horse to do what it's not done before. And if you do, if you apply that logic, then Potter's Charm, Take No Chances, and Winter Fog, which probably will be lost in it if we're that far behind. I would have thought you're left with Strong Leader, who's solid but can run a terrible race for no reason on occasion. And I don't totally rule out the complete rag Doddy the Great, because at least he's a 3 mile horse. So
Yes,
If I was asked to lay one in that race, it would have to be Potter's Charm because the horse is completely unproven at 3 miles. So, and equally, Take No Chances also is. So I would say that I agree with SD. Strong Leader really ought to win, but don't be surprised if Doddy the Great runs a massive race at double figure price.
I like
just
that.
one thing on that, John. Isn't every horse unproven at 3 miles at some point?
Not when they're running in a listed race over 3 miles. They might be if they're in a novice hurdle.
Yeah, and this is a grade 2 over 3 miles.
This is a grade 2 race over 3 miles. It's strange to run horses that have never run over 3 miles in a 3 mile graded race, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's fair comment. I mean, you're doing a lot of agreement with me, John.
Please, well, I'd like to. I mean, I'm just nothing against James Bowen, but I would have liked to see Brian Hughes continue to ride Doddy the Great. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah. He's got that new partnership, though, hasn't he?
Once a horse and a jockey have gelled, they've gelled. And I think to then change it is a bit risky.
Yeah. He had some really, really good big handicap form at the end of last season, didn't he, Doddy the Great, in proper handicaps, Cheltenham and Pontus.
What I'm saying effectively is if Strong Leader throws in one of those runs where he tries to come from a furlong behind because he's lost interest during the race, then it wouldn't surprise me if Doddy the Great won. It wouldn't. Definitely not.
Doddy could dot up.
Yes, well, I won't say he'll dot up, but he certainly could win, and he shouldn't be 12, 14 to 1.
Okay, good. Well, take note. John has spoken. Friend of the channel has spoken. Right, the Charlie Hall then, SD, the feature of the weekend in the UK. We covered this earlier in the week. Well, you did. You put up two up anti-post, and they're looking okay, are they not?
They are, because we got 3 places, of course.
Yes, she was on 3 places. There's 6 been declared. He was on Djelo. He's a similar price to what he is now. And the Real Whacker at 12 at the time, into 7 now. So in there we've got Protectorat, Hewick, Pic D'Oré, Djelo, the Real Whacker, and Garlaw. Familiar names. Who's going to win?
Well, I thought the angle on this was a lot of these horses are a bit like John Hutchinson. They're approaching pensionable age.
So, I'm glad he's pointing his guns at you, John, because normally I get it.
Well, I bet they don't have to wear 2 pairs of glasses, one over the other. I know that much. But anyway,
yes, or eat the tea with a card. That was a classic, John.
Yes, or eat the tea with a debit card. Yeah.
So Protectorat's 10, Hewick's 10, Pic D'Oré's 10. They're not going to be getting any bloody better, you know. Dan was a bit bullish today about Protectorat, saying he'd done a load of work with it, etc., etc. I just wonder, you know. I mean, Hewick's a previous King George winner. Of the 3, I prefer Hewick. Pic D'Oré hasn't won anywhere other than Ascot since 2023. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the runs have been at Ascot, but it is a fairly potent statistic. I think, as I said on Monday, I think this is the real Whackers Gold Cup, and this is the one where he's not an absolute top-notcher, but he's more than capable of winning this. It's probably a slightly stronger renewal than last year. And I was interested in Djelo. Djelo's record before Christmas is a lot better than after Christmas, and it'll just be interesting. I've tipped a couple of Venetia horses tonight. Didn't run that well at Fontmell the other day, but usually this is about the time of year. Djelo's all right on good ground, and he's only 7. So the key with these is they're 7 and 9 rather than these old fogies.
Right, fair enough. Yeah, Whacker and Djelo. Do we have any further comments? That's all the ITV races, I believe.
Well, if I can have a view on this race, I think if SD was to do a saver on Hewick and a very small saver on GA Law, then he's got the perfect book on the race because.
So you just want him to back 4 of the 6, John? I mean,
just
plenty of double dipping.
If you get the right prices, there's nothing wrong with that, is there? So
you are the bookmaker in this conversation.
My view on Pic D'Oré is if you look at where he's been running. Last few runs, or over the last few years, I should say, Huntingdon, Kempton, Ascot, and Sandown, all right-handed, ran reasonably well at all of those, apart from the race at Sandown in April, where he pulled up. Ran once at Aintree on the 12th of April, pulled up, and to me, he's a right-handed track horse, so I couldn't have Pic D'Oré whatsoever for the simple reason that the horse is clearly it needs a right-handed track. So I can't have picked Orhy. Protectorate, your guess is as good as mine as to whether he'll stay 3 miles or not. So if I was having a selection in the race, it would be Hewick, and if I was having a second selection in the race, it would be Djelo. So
fair enough.
Because I think that those horses are proven over this trip left-handed. Sorry. So they'd be my selections. I wouldn't go near Picked Orhy, and I'd have my doubts over Protectorate.
So you'll be the top price in the ring, John, so people know where to find you on Saturday.
I probably won't do what I did at the last Wetherby meeting, where I went to the paddock, saw this horse, thought, blooming heck, or words to that effect. Came back, saw it was 4-1, and promptly went 6-1 on my own. I won't be doing that. That's just stupid. But it did. It ran like
did it win?
It did run like a 66-1 shot, but that's not the point, is it?
Yes. You've got to be sensible, John. It's a long weekend for you, isn't it?
Yeah. On that particular day, there was nobody there. You couldn't take a bet. I thought I'll attract them all here at 6-1, and I did. So
have they moved the skip out of the betting ring?
No, I think. I can't remember. The skip was still there. I can't remember. It can't have been because I'd have gone over and had a chat with it, wouldn't I?
There is another ITV race on Saturday at Wetherby, 3:30. This is the handicap hurdle. Is this the one that you tipped in, SD, and it's a non-runner?
Yeah, aren't I good at that?
Mount Gay something.
I just got absolutely lost in this. It wouldn't surprise me. I thought this was an absolute awful race. It wouldn't surprise me if Take Easy ran well at a big-ish price. I'd be banging against horses like Kientzim.
Yeah, that's a fair effort.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Max of Stars just did what it did again at the last meeting. I think there's other days for Go Dante. They'll work backwards from the Imperial Cup. I just thought it was difficult, and it was a piss poor race.
Any angles for you, John?
No, I agree with all that. I have no view whatsoever on the race. I couldn't even pretend to have. The best handicapped horse in the race is, in my view, is a horse called Don't Mind If I Do, trained by Alan King. But for similar reasons to earlier that I've stated, its best form has been on a right-handed track, so I couldn't put up a tip on a left-handed track, a horse that seems to be better right-handed. So I've no view on the race.
Okay, no. Fair enough. SD, usually at this point of the show, you start telling us start ticking off the bingo card. Hexham's next fixture. We're friend of the channel. We'll be operating. We've got friend of the channel here this week. So what is on your?
Putting his hand up.
Friend of the channel's put his hand up to draw your attention to another horse running at Wetherby.
Okay.
If the owner wishes to back this horse with me, he can do. If he can get my phone number, he can have his usual big bet on the horse, because I think it's a very interesting runner for reasons that are obvious.
What time's the race?
It's the last race, the 4:05 at Wetherby. Horse number 4, East Street, is a 2 stone better horse at Wetherby than anywhere else.
Well, it's priced up. It's 11-1 outsider of the field on my screen.
East Street is a 2 stone better horse at Wetherby than anywhere else. Always has been, even for the previous, particularly for the previous trainer. And I thought it was an extremely interesting runner. East Street in the 4:05 at Wetherby. And as I say, if the owner wishes to avail himself of a good price early on, he's welcome to get in touch.
I would say he's moodier than you, that horse, John. Do you remember that day at Wetherby? He was basically running out the back of the telly, and he somehow won this race. I don't know if you remember it.
I do remember it, yeah.
He was tailed off, wasn't he?
Well, in 28 starts, his top 7 performances, 5 of them have come at Wetherby.
Yes.
I mean, look at the opposition. Crikey. I mean, Red Delta could be anything, admittedly, the ex pointer. But I don't
that think won well at Sedgefield, didn't it?
It did, yeah. So Red Delta would be a danger. A lot of these are horses you just wouldn't back with your worst enemy's money. So,
You've not got any enemies, John.
Well, I've got a few to pick from, yeah. So, but horses like Finlock and Confusion and Halfa Soleil and Wawa.
And Yes Day.
And Yes Day. So there's so many that you couldn't back. So I would have thought that, East Street, if he's going to bounce back to form in a big way, it could well be Saturday, Wetherby, 4:05.
Okay, got it. Any other business, SD, John?
Yeah, well, John and I'll be at Ayr on Saturday, which is a much better card than Weatherby. I don't know if you've seen it, John. It's a proper card, that.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yes, thank you. And we'll be at Carlisle. Looks. Have you seen those entries at Carlisle, John? I'm not revealing.
Of the week.
It is. I'll not reveal. I was talking to you about a horse earlier. I just want the price on it first, but I will be very confident come Sunday morning. I don't know if you agree.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a bit cloak and daggers really for this show.
Can I ask SD before you go?
Yep.
How do you find betting at Ayr? Do you not find it mightily irritating? This is sort of the leading question now, isn't it? With bookmakers around the paddock, bookmakers in the bar, bookmakers outside.
I mean, to be fair,
what's the point of it?
No, I know, and you have to run in, and some of them don't try. Generally, the ones by the paddock are all right. You know, if John Hamilton's there, you and I both know John will lay a good bet at a decent price. Otherwise, if I'm searching for something, yes, it gets my steps in.
Yes, it would do. Yes. Gets your steps in, and you were at a trot the other day somewhere. Where was that? Aintree, where you got your telling off for being in a place you shouldn't be.
Oh, have you heard about it? Yes.
I've heard about it.
Yes.
I thought it was a little unnecessary to give you the telling off because I didn't see any problem with it personally.
Yes.
We're talking in code again here, fellas. Come on.
Yeah, we are, but there's a reason for it.
Yes,
I'll come round the front next week.
Yes, go round the front.
Yeah. On that bombshell, right? We'll leave it there. Thank you very much.
All right,
don't see him. We'll be back on Friday as usual. On Halloween, will there be a Halloween reference in your video on Friday?
No, it's American claptrap. I mean, God knows, John, you tell us what happens when trick-or-treaters come to your house.
Well, they get treated very well.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised you don't tell them to piss off.
No, nothing like that. No, I was a child once, many years ago.
That's very wise of you to say that.
Can I just say one thing? I know you've said it earlier on your broadcast. Before I go, I'd like to pass my sincere condolences on to the family of Tommy Jakes. And I'd like to say that, as I said to SD earlier, Tommy Jakes was responsible for some of the finest moments I've experienced at Newcastle, in particular, when he was riding for Linda Perrott. So I think it's absolutely tragic what's happened.
Well said. And on that
well
note,
said,
we'll be back next week. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.